Hello everyone. It's been a long battle against COVID-19. Almost a year has gone by and we are still struggling to find our feet. According to a study by CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, coronavirus disease can affect adults and children directly or indirectly. Beyond getting sick, many individuals' social, emotional, and mental well-being has been impacted. Today I have with me Dr. Muzammil Shafi. He's a consultant doctor in the critical care medicine department at Medanta Hospital. And currently he's serving in the COVID wards. Welcome sir, and thanks for coming over here to spend some time with us and give us some the thoughts about the COVID and the stigma attached to it. So today I want to express my sincere gratitude to you and the whole doctor fraternity who's working as frontline warriors. Thanks for coming, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you, sir. So now I'll be starting with few round of questions, and see, we have so many parents attached with us, and there is a stigma around the whole parents community that we want to come out of our fears and anxieties. So I'll be asking questions accordingly.
Sure.
Yeah. So, sir, as you must be coming across many people from different walks of life in your profession, so do you think this pandemic has caused an impact on the overall wellness of individuals?
I do think so. I think so. Apart from the overall effect on the people getting infected, it has caused a lot of effect on the mental well-being of the people. It has caused definitely a fear psychosis, and in fact, people are definitely afraid. So we get a lot of patients who are quite anxious about the disease.
Right.
A lot of patients of, in fact, psychiatric illness have increased recently. People
Right.
are having a lot of trouble with the thought of getting infection. Even the people who has got infection, they have lots of psychiatric issues involved.
Right, right. And so, sir, is there a particular group you feel that has been highly impacted? And how do you think the people, those who are working in essential services, those who have to go to work every day, them and their families, how they are impacted?
They are impacted hugely from the day one. Is the people like doctors, nurses, and other allied health professionals, the other frontline warriors like policemen, and people. They are impacted a lot. Their families are impacted. There is a definite risk of getting infection at your home. Many people elderly, their parents are they are the vulnerable group they have the very high chances of infection, and after infection also they have very high chances of getting sick with the disease. So this group of essential services, including all the healthcare staffs, they are impacted a lot with this pandemic.
Right. And see, now there are lots of young parents, those who are working, some are into essential services and some are not, but they are working from home. So, in that case, do you think the children, those who are at home with these work from home parents, are they getting the needed support that they want?
Frankly speaking, I can give my example, and I've seen other people also. No, they are not. Definitely,
Yeah.
the level of the care or the things which have been done to a school, the home and online schooling can never replace that.
Definitely.
Okay, so yes, those in fact people who are staying at home and working from the home also, they are not giving that type of attention that they should get.
Right.
And the kids and whose parents are going outside, especially for the essential workers. So of course they are getting less and less attention during this whole thing.
Right. And sir, because of this pandemic, be it elderlies or be it children, and everybody is confined to their houses and they are moving out very rarely, and there is a fear also among the parents, children, everyone. They are not moving out at all. So, do you think the immunity is impacted in that sense because we are not coming out, we are not coming into the natural environment also? Do you think the immunity of people is getting low because of this?
Uh,
or it is impacted in some ways?
Yes, overall, if you see the immunity as such doesn't get infected if you're there, it's not impacted when people don't go out.
Mm-hmm.
But this is problematic, especially for the kids, though, because kids they have to go out, they have to play outside in the
Yeah.
environment, and yes, for some period you can stay inside, but for a very long duration, it affects their overall well-being.
Yeah, overall, because I had come across some parents, they are coming and saying we want, our child to go out now. It's been 9 months, 10 months, and now the child is getting aggressive. Child is getting, hyper in the, home environment. He's just seeing us and nobody else. So that way is.
Yes, I
Yes.
think definitely. This is happening a lot. Kids are staying at home for a very long time and secluded. There are no friends, and all the time they're online. And this problem of seeing a screen for a very long time is also impacting them.
Right.
And they are getting hyper. Definitely, there is no doubt about that. They need
Right.
some break, and
Right.
in fact, they can move out now with proper precautions.
Yeah, if you are taking right precautions, then I think we should not be fearful about letting our child move outside.
Yes.
Okay. And sir, now we are, having parents, those who want to send their children to the daycare facility now, but they are definitely, afraid of sending, or they are not sure of how to let their child go to a daycare center now. So, what is your take on that? Should we be afraid of it, or should we let the child go, keeping the measures in place? And what all things we should keep in, mind when you are letting your child attend a daycare facility?
So since now it's almost more than 9 months, and this is not going to go away so easy,
Yeah.
maybe, unless until a significant chunk of population acquires the health herd immunity, which can only happen either the disease impact a very large population, which has not happened, and or by giving a mass vaccination. Even the mass vaccination program is going to take at least 5 or 6 months. And for the country like us, it's not going to happen so soon.
Right.
So in that situation, yes, the proper measures have to be followed. There are 3 or 4 basic measures that everybody knows. The proper strict use of mask, and proper maintain a social distance of 2 feet, and proper use of hand wash every time. If we follow these practices, the chances of infection is very low. And especially in the children, where the chances of infection are anyway is much less compared to the adults. So with proper precautions, I think daycare and other places, they have to come up with some innovative solutions, and stringent policy. These policies should be applied.
Right. Thanks for giving us so insightful views and thoughts about. I'm sure by knowing all these facts with Dr. Muzammil Shafi today, we are better off with our fears and anxieties that we have related to the COVID-19 now. So let's have a positive attitude towards future, and have a good day, have a great day. Thank you, sir, once again for coming here with us and spending some time
Thank
with
you
us.
very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.